We're started already.
Before we finish.
I want to propose a toast to Dan and my sister Bert. Evelyn and I want to welcome and thank Aunt Gertie, Sister Gertie, for being cousin Gertie.
How about mother? How about mother? Mother Superior?
For being, before she leaves this wonderful city of Chicago and becoming a Floridian, we want to welcome her and thank her. Yeah, before she gets bored. And Evelyn and I want to extend our thanks and everyone's thanks for being such a dedicated and impeccable secretary of our life. For almost 50 years, and what I don't understand is where the 50 years come in. The EISENSTEIN Family Club was organized at our wedding. Evelyn and I, I'm 59, Evelyn's 57. Where did the 50 years come from?
Where did it go? What's more remarkable?
We must have been married at a very young age.
I'm glad you didn't say Gail.
They would be tonight.
Yeah, Uncle Sal would have been, I tell you. All right, now what we want to do.
Read it later.
Yeah, we want to wish you and Dan a very joyous, healthy, and peaceful, ready out there in Florida, and may we all gather there in West Palm Beach, Florida for our 75th anniversary. Well, let's settle for our 60th. With all the joy I did it.
Very from the bottom of my heart. Look at our children.
Wait up.
I say hi. I want to thank both of you for making this marvelous affair possible, and for the family to get together from all parts of the city, of the country,
Right.
and to really come especially for this. Some, of course, come for other things, but it all turned out that they were able to attend here today. And it's just wonderful to see all our offspring and their offspring and the generations that are here all assembled in this one room. We regret very much that the host and hostess can't have her own children here who are out of town.
See Chuck Liver?
This is Chuck.
And we would have loved it. We would have been very happy if they could be here. So I don't know how to express my Dan and my thanks. Can't stand a full heart for him. And so I'll express all his thanks for Florida. That you are welcome at 208 Wellington, West Palm Beach.
Don't worry, we'll be there.
There's a holiday in on the corner. Tomorrow night, early. Very good. Copy of it.
And like I said, we'll have a meeting.
Yes, we'll have to charter
And look at Karen.
Yeah, that's bad. I sure do. Larry, Gary said,
That's the way things are. Aren't you glad that she isn't your boss?
And Rebecca, you got Rebecca?
I'm gonna get everyone. Hold on.
Jacqueline's so busy.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
The introvert?
The introvert, yeah. Gail, look, I want to see your Holly wanted crackers.
Yeah, I got Rebecca. Hold on. Come on, Rebecca now.
Is that beautiful?
Gail.
Gail, I love your. It is so Dorothy. South Seattle. Okay.
Okay.
So, mother and father.
Yeah, Marco Milty.
Good go.
Oh, I think this is video, isn't it?
Yeah.
43 years.
Yeah. We'll play this in about 10 years.
43 years.
Oh, that's it.
43 years.
There you go.
Oh, We're married for
3 years.
you helped
How many years though, Paul? How many years? There you go.
32 years. We've been married 33 years, God willing.
There you go.
I think this family has a very good family. Nice. Don't catch my profile.
Hey, Debbie,
Hi, Gary.
you're on, girl.
What's going on?
It's an audio too?
Say hello. It's the whole bit.
You're looking Uncle Gary. Say hi. Say hi.
Hey, Joshua.
Josh.
Say hi.
Say hi to Gary.
Show him your body.
Katie, show Uncle Gary your tongue. Okay, show Uncle Gary your tongue. Some action here. Have a roll, Gary. That's fun, Gary. Why don't we pass this around and then you can
There you go. Josh. All right. Uh-oh. Katie. Katie, how are you?
I had to for almost 2 years before they could go.
Everybody smile.
Everybody smile.
Everybody smile and wave and whatever you want to do.
They have to. It's the rule. You don't go. Yeah, you are.
Smile and wave, whatever you want to do.
Then there's no choice. We either study or we don't go. Study about the regions.
Judy probably would do it anyway.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
Judy, do you think? Her brother-in-law's a rabbi. Rabbi and kids. Joel's, her husband's rabbi.
I'm going around. Yeah. Sharon. I'll get to follow me here. There you go.
Pretend you're being
Bob, you got a great...
There you go.
Look up and give your famous campaign wave.
What are you running for?
It's a little limp-wristed. People will be suspicious after all these years.
It's going to be a time capsule.
That's right.
Boys and girls, moms and dads.
Ladies and gentlemen, you want some place racial time? Ladies and gentlemen,
Did I tell you who the perfect person for
unless you want to pay for your dinner, please sit down.
What's Bozo bad?
I want to spend a few minutes this evening honoring Gert and Dan Dubin, our beloved cousin, sister, brother, you name it. But most of all, we can say our friend, and that's the most important thing. Our friends, I should say. Where's Dan? To start the evening off, I would like to call upon the president of the EISENSTEIN Family Club, Mel Stein, for a few words. Mel, when you're called upon, please step up here, would you please? Because This is being recorded for posterity. They deserve it.
Posterior.
You're on stage now.
There it goes.
You're on stage.
That's front stage. Stage two. Let's hear from us.
Hey, Papa!
Little in the corner.
My earliest recollection of Gert and Dan really began when I was somewhere around 8 years old, when we were busy in our house preparing for a wedding. Gert and Dan were married in the house in my folks' home, and because of our family closeness, we celebrated the occasion by having the wedding in our house. As years went on,
My father.
Couldn't have that house.
years went on, Gert had 2 children. They were young, and had a small home.
Time takes care of that. Having old children.
She had a small home, but when Uncle Morris and Aunt Martha ran into difficulties in Springfield and Chicago, although she had a small home, she had a big heart, and Uncle Morris and Aunt Martha moved in with her, and they came to live with us, and Jerome, I don't know, he got lost somewhere, I think. But he went to the other side of the family. But I think that was only the beginning of Gert and Dan's giving. We have a family club today that's almost 50 years old and still together and still talking to one another. I think in main due to Gert's ability to keep us happy. I think other than just for a short period of time, she was the secretary of the club, and I think she gave up for a short period of time and couldn't stand it, we couldn't stand it, and she came back again. Gert moving to Florida is not moving to the end of the world, and maybe you'll see more of us living down there than being here. Anyway, we wish you a lot of luck. I know we'll miss you. I know we all love you.
Faster, faster.
There we go.
Bill, stop running.
Ending the quote, entertainment, end of quote for this evening. We approached it with the view that we would absolutely let it go and not spare any expense whatsoever to get the finest entertainment we can raise. And we have succeeded in getting here tonight at I can't tell you, it's a figure that our agent accepted that she doesn't even know. Maybe she knew she wouldn't perform. But we do have a real celebrity with us tonight. Let's give a big welcome to Rebecca Cutler.
Two singular sensations, every little step they take. Two thrilling combinations, every move that they make. Two smiles and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with this great crew. Two moments in their presence and you can forget the rest. For this couple of seconds, best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give me your attention. Do I really have to mention there's a two?
Just remember, you saw it here first.
You better renegotiate your contract.
Okay, next, we're gonna have Gert and Dan's daughter-in-law Sharon have the floor for a few minutes. Sharon? Sharon, are you gonna sing? I didn't mean to limit your time to a few minutes. That just came out. Take as much time as you want.
I have to preface this by saying that I was a straight A student and my only D was in speech. So this is not my thing to speak in front of a group, but in honor of my in-laws, I cannot not do it. I have been a member of this family club now for 25 plus years, which I must admit they didn't think would turn out that long. And during this entire time, my mother-in-law has been the secretary. And of course, we all know before that, and on and on and on. It's my pleasure this evening, with all of our love and best wishes, to present
Brand new car.
this little gift.
Oh my God.
In honor of all the years of wonderful secretary. And we hope you'll come back for each succeeding family meeting and be our secretary.
We love it.
The bow got a little messed up in my purse, but you can open it. Sharon.
The test is if you can read the engraving without your glasses.
Not my thing. One-on-one is okay.
This is a good test for that Zoom.
And I just wanted to tell you all, your grandson Scott couldn't be here, but he sent you his picture. It's not a good picture, but it is a picture.
This is newest.
Sharon, is this a graduation?
I got a girl.
It was taken last year, but
Everybody's got a girl.
Graduation. Is that his picture from work?
He's graduating in June.
he's through at school, however.
He's working.
Through with school and traveling the world and having a ball. Oh, how wonderful.
That is from, it's
my
engraved.
goodness.
Look at the back, it's engraved, if you can see it.
It says,
Says U-O.
I see E-F-E.
Right?
Everybody
listening?
Yeah,
I think it says 89.
1985, yeah. That is gorgeous.
And there was the treasure.
Thanks.
Everyone will think it's a stolen hand.
By the way, there's an assessment too.
Well, it's in lieu of the picnic. I knew there was a reason we were invited.
I'm going to pass it around, see that it gets back.
She doesn't, she'll never get it fixed. You've been here too long, Sean.
Everybody.
Catch the crush.
Wait,
Oh, all right.
Okay, we're not through with you. Okay, now we have, for a few moments, one of our foreign guests. I say guests, meaning he's not here for every meeting. We think of him all the time with his family, Jerry Dubin.
That's my eldest son.
In case you think he looks younger than I do.
For those of you who don't know, I'm the one that starved to death at age 4.
Right.
Somebody tapped
He was written up in medical history by my
He
doctor.
could have been a contender.
In Latin.
What happened, Jerry? What's the story?
There's a
He started.
Mel talks about early memories of my parents. I have fairly early memories of them. At an early age, I can remember my mother, Gertrude, used to like to knit. This woman knitted all the time. And some of you may have seen the tablecloth with the little medallions that was crocheted. It was about God knows how big, took 14 years. Well, very few of you know, in 1941 we had bought a car. And the war started. And the first thing you heard was, you can't get gas, you can't get tires, so we sold the car. she went out and bought steel wool and knitted us a cock. But since I probably see you less often than most of the people here do, Ma, and Dad, you count too, I would like to say that in the years to come, and later on this year, we will at least come down to visit you in Florida.
Me too.
What a great son.
Isn't that wonderful? You got an empty room. January.
Yes.
Not in July. And that is all that I have to
Okay,
say.
thank you.
Next, I have something that probably is going to appeal a little more to us older members. God, I hate saying these words.
Don't say that.
You older members.
Use that word in reference to yourself.
You say recycled teenagers.
That's good.
That's very good.
But seriously, folks, something that will appeal more to the guys and gals that have been around a little bit longer. As you know, Gert turned over to Evelyn all the minutes of the prior meetings. I understand she's got a hernia now, listening it all. But I sat with Evelyn and we went through some of the minutes, and I discovered the minutes of a meeting that I think, to the best of my recollection, I had never heard the minutes of. And I checked with a few people, and they too said we had never heard these minutes. And the meeting was held back in 1976, 9 years ago. And I think it'll be a little bit of fun to hear of what went on in the meeting of the EISENSTEIN Family Club 9 years ago. Of course, the minutes were kept by Gert in her usual wonderful literary style. So let me just take a few minutes of your time and read these minutes. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Hopefully so.
What's the date on those?
A meeting of the EISENSTEIN Family Club was held on Sunday, May 1, 1976, at the home of Dan and Gert Dubin. In the absence of our president, Melvin Stein, Gert Dubin called the meeting to order at 8 p.m. The following members were absent.
There you go.
The Norm Altmans, the Larry Dubins, the Milt Cassells, the Mel Stein, the Norman Stein, the Bill Hunters, the Myron Weinstein, the Joel Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, Sam Weinstein, the Ted Weinstein, and the Norm Cutler. After looking around the room, Dan Dubin made a motion that the minutes reflect that the only members present were Dan and Gert Dubin. The motion was seconded by Gert Dubin and unanimously approved. Dan Dubin suggested that Gert act as temporary chairman, and Gert suggested that Dan act as the chairman. After a bitter argument, it was decided that Gert act as chairman. Gert expressed her appreciation for the confidence shown in her and promised to meet the challenge successfully. The chairman then called for the reading of the minutes of the last meeting. A problem arose when Gert could not find the minutes of the last meeting. After a search for approximately 20 minutes, the minutes were found in the bathroom where Gert had been working on them, and Gert then read the minutes. Upon motion by Dan Dubin, there being no corrections or additions, the minutes were unanimously approved. The chairman then called for a financial report, as usual. Dan Dubin arose and stated that thank God his two sons were doing well and that he had $43 cash in his own pocket. After the chairman pointed out that she had been referring to the financial report of the EISENSTEIN Family Club, it was decided to omit the financial report since the treasurer was absent. The chairman then asked if there was any old business. No old business was brought up. The chairman then asked if there was any new business. Dan Dubin brought up that ways must be found to increase the attendance at meetings. Several items were discussed, including opening the family club membership to the general public, giving cash awards to members for each new child, and to hold the meetings less frequently. On the motion of Gert Dubin, which was seconded by Dan Dubin, the matter was referred to a committee to be appointed by the president, Mel Stein. The chairman then stated that she had an important announcement to make. She stated that she had just discovered that the reason none of the other members of the family club were present was that the card sent to the members notifying them of the meeting said that the meeting would be held on Sunday, May 8, 1976, and therefore she and Dan were meeting a week too early. It was then unanimously agreed to recess the meeting to May 8th. The meeting adjourned, and Dan and Gert then had some delightful refreshments. A good time was had by all. Respectfully submitted, Gert Dubin. Now,
Milton, something else. Thank you for that wonderful compliment of how I write it.
by the way, you know, Gert and Dan have spent some time down in Florida. And they have apparently made a greater impact there than any of us thought possible. Their fame apparently has spread up and down the state of Florida. Believe it or not, we got a short letter addressed to Dan and Gert Dubin from the mayor of Miami. It's Dan and Gert Dubin. I'll read it. EISENSTEIN Family Club, Mission Hills Club, Northbrook, Illinois. Buenos dias, señor and señora Dubin. Buenos Suerte, Florida. The Honorable Carlos de Costa, Mayor of Miami, Florida.
High school.
He did?
Larry?
Who's that?
Mel Frommer, right? Yeah.
Okay, now comes the real highlight of the evening.
Here we go.
We have, in case you don't know, among this small group, two of the former greats of show business. They put show business where it is today.
That's right.
We have prevailed on them to come out of retirement just for this one evening. And they've condescended to do so in honor of Gert and Dan Dubin. Let's give a big welcome to Florence Stein and Judy Gasson.
Mill, honey. The Andrew sisters. Minus one.
Did you enjoy that, folks? Wasn't that something? Thank you. Next.
For our next selection.
The mics have gone, so we use script. When we come to the chorus, we want everybody to join in, and you will catch on to it right away. It's very simple. We
I got a wee-wee.
We have gathered here this evening for a good and noble cause, to wish the best to Gert and Dan with love and our applause. We'll miss them both next winter, but they'll be snug and warm, far from Chicago's storm. Everybody, here's to Gert and Dan in Florida. Be healthy and happy down in Florida. Yes, it's true that we adore ya, and we're all coming to visit you soon. The Eisenstein Family Club first met 'twas 50 years ago. We've been together ever since, and how our number did grow. We've had the good times and the bad, and Gert wrote them all down, and now she's leaving town. Everybody, here's to Gert and Dan in Florida. Be healthy and happy down in Florida. Yes, it's true that we adore ya, and we're all coming to visit you soon.
Real soon.
We know you have to leave us, and it makes us very sad. But knowing you'll be happy there, it makes us feel more glad. We wish you luck and novice in all you choose to do, and we're keeping tabs on you. Everybody! Here's to Gert and Dan in Florida. Be healthy and happy down in Florida. Yes, it's true that we adore ya, and we're all coming to visit you soon. Now we have met together, all the members of the clan. We're happy we have spent this time with our Gert and Dan. The dinner has been wonderful, the company's been fine, so let's sing it one more time. Everybody! Here's to Gert and Dan in Florida. Be healthy and happy down in Florida. Yes, it's true that we adore ya, and we're all coming to visit you soon. Now, since the purpose of the Eisenstein Family Club is to donate to charities that are deserving, we decided, the committee of three, that we should present you with a check that you may donate. It's made out to Women's American Ort, and you may donate it either to the group that you are leaving here because you were the president, or you may donate it to the group in Florida, and that's from the club.
Oh my God.
Buy your way into the group.
Okay, now, we're not through. We got center stage, we don't quit. And now we must subject you all to still another verse. You already know the melody, so it can't get much worse. We promise this is it for our innovative rhyme, and it won't take too much time. There is an anniversary that we must tell about. It happened 50 years ago, so we all want to shout. Best wishes and good health and love to our Evelyn and Ted. Enjoy many more years ahead. Happy, happy anniversary. Happy, happy anniversary. Happy, happy anniversary to Evelyn and Ted. And this committee of two decided that since the group gives to charitable organizations, we would like you to present this check in your name to the Cardiac Care Unit of Highland Park Hospital.
Oh, my.
You promised me. We don't keep promises. Now while we're ahead.
I think we can all,
Wait a minute, I must say that Ted and Evelyn are throwing the best anniversary party.
This is our party too,
Right, anniversary party, and their party for us, and we really don't know how to thank you, do we, Dan?
No.
Everybody in this world that has better relatives and brothers than I have, and I certainly appreciate them. And my sister-in-laws are the best in the world.
And who is your favorite?
They're all my favorites, as my family is.
Have you considered a job in diplomatic service?
I think we can all join in just a little round of applause and thank you for Ted and Evelyn for the magnificent evening. Just fantastic. Now, let's hear a few words from Evelyn.
I don't know.
You have notes.
I don't want to.
This is just to sum up, this is our tribute to Gert. And this is just a small summation of Gert in general. And when I read it, you will see that a lot can be said in 5 sentences. And I think it fully explains Gert. I'm not going to cry either.
Oh, not much.
Our tribute to Gert. She does not ask for honors, she does not ask for fame, but she deserves them both because she always plays the game. She meets each test of living with a heart filled with worth. That's why she'll always be to us a friend and our dear Gert.
The talent and the love expressed in this whole family. Thank you so much for everything. This is just wonderful.
Gert, you have the center stage now.
Poetry and your... There's nothing I can say for my husband and
A little
I
further back.
that I never thought that anything like this would ever happen. To attribute to me, who really, I'm just an ordinary person and a member of the family, I hope, to everybody. And I've tried to keep in touch with each and every one of you as best I could, even though I was working for many years, and even after I retired. And we certainly miss those who moved away. When we had our meetings, I tried to keep them all together, and I know that Evelyn is now going to keep the family together. She's going to send out cards, and I hope you will all attend. And it's been a great honor for Dan and I, for all of you from out of town who did come. I know you came for another occasion too, but you made it your business to get here so you could attend this affair too. And we certainly will miss all of you, but as I say, I hope all of you will come and visit. I've got 1 bedroom, but I have a sofa sleeper.
Thanks, Mom, I needed that.
I have a sofa sleeper. Larry made it all possible, and he insisted that we should get out of the snow. I was shoveling snow, I didn't mind that so much, but he minded it. One winter, our car was stuck and we couldn't get out, and I was out shoveling snow. And I called, Larry happened to call then, and he said, "What are you doing?" I says, "I'm out shoveling the car out." So he said, "Drop the shovel right away." And he came running over with his snowblower and my grandson Scott and Sharon.
Andy.
And it was Andy, and I thought it was Scott.
And we decided we didn't like those.
I made you do all the plowing.
So I have now saved the snow shovel. I didn't use it anymore. So it's in my basement. I'm going to give it to Larry. Over your head. And I also have a little one. And I certainly, as I say, I appreciate all of you coming. You know, I love you all very, very much, and hope you all stay together as a big family. That's all I can do.
Well, you're not going to Europe.
That's your place.
Who are you going to get? Here or Florida?
The what?
Your art check here.
My art check is going to my Chicago chapter because I'm retired as a president, and the accolades that I received that day too were very, very heartwarming. And I really feel that they deserve it. They're going to get it. I haven't joined there yet. All I did was attend a meeting and get the lay of the land. I'm too busy right now to become active. But I've been active in my chapter here, and thank God I was appreciated. So they're going to get the check. And I certainly want to thank each and every one of you for it. And this magnificent piano, which I think
Okay,
is
that's enough, give it back now.
I can't express myself, that's all I say. Thank you.
To wrap it up, first of all, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't wish the world of good luck to some people that are having some great events happening next month. Cindy, Paul getting married, we want to wish you, honey, that's the best of everything. And Debbie, be careful with that grandchild. Birth next month, get up slowly. Thank you, Bill.
This is the constitution of the original Sarah Eisenstein Club. After all, we're all a member of the tree. And that's why I thought I'd bring this tonight. In cleaning my house and disposing of so much stuff, I came across this. And I thought you might be interested. Would you be interested in hearing it? Of course. All right, it says, we, the members of the Eisenstein family, in order to hold this club together more securely, to preserve the memory of Isaac Eisenstein, to define the powers and duties of both officers and members, and to define the policies of this club, hereby establish this constitution for the Sarah Eisenstein Club. Article 1, we were very formal, I want you to know. Article 1 and Section 1.
Wait, how many articles and sections are there?
Our meeting shall be held at least once every month from October to May, inclusive. This period shall constitute a meeting year. Section 2, 1/2 of the entire regular membership shall constitute a quorum for a meeting. Article 2, Section 1. All persons who are descendants of or married to descendants of Sarah and Isaac Eisenstein shall be eligible for membership in the Sarah Eisenstein Club. And so we now have about the 4th generation with little Joshua and little Katie.
Pretty soon.
All members who have attained the age of 13 years and who express their intention of becoming a regular member of this club shall be admitted as such a member, and as such, subject to the regulations concerning regular members. All regular members shall have the right to vote, shall have the right to hold office,
Any women too?
shall be compelled to pay dues once a month from October to May inclusive, shall have the right to introduce legislation. This goes on. You want to hear more?
Yeah.
The executive power of this club shall be vested in an officer to be known as the president, who shall hold office during the term of 1 year. He shall be elected by members of the club. Each member, a woman was never president. Each member shall have 1 vote. The officer shall be elected by a majority of the votes cast. Permanent vacancies shall be filled by a new election. In case of a tie, there shall be a revote, and if the tie still remains, each family shall have 1 vote. The majority shall rule. In case a family cannot decide within a period of 10 minutes for whom to cast their vote, shall be disenfranchised from that ballot.
Ooh, they were tough.
Family should be considered a man, wife, and children. In the event that a child is married, husband and wife constitute a new family. If a tie still remains, each family shall cast the number of votes as it has members voting, such votes to be cast for the same party as said family cast as a group. No person is eligible for the presidency unless he shall have attended 4 meetings during that meeting year. The president shall vote on legislation only in case of a tie, shall preside at all legislation. Shall preside, is that not legal?
The legislation might not be legal, depends what the court says.
Shall preside at all. He shall appoint committees, shall appoint a sergeant at arms, shall appoint a member to fill a temporary vacancy, shall see that the laws are executed. I have a receipt here that we gave our first donation to the American Red Cross flood relief. The president may be impeached when 4 or 5 of the entire regular membership votes for impeachment.
Oh my God. All right, now watch it.
That was written during Nixon's time. The club shall have a treasurer who shall be elected to the same manner as the president. Voting regulations shall be the same as in the case of the latter officer. In case of a permanent vacancy, a new officer shall be elected in the same manner as the original officer. No member is eligible for the treasurership unless that member has attended 3 previous meetings of that meeting year. The treasurer shall care for and deposit all funds. shall in case of temporary vacancy act as president. See, we didn't even know that.
Oh my God, nobody
Just
told
act as
me.
All those
president.
meetings, we didn't know that
Yeah,
Florida
we let
State,
Harvey
but it was a
be the
woman. We couldn't have that.
Yeah, we had Harvey.
It was
The club
Harvey.
shall have a secretary who shall be elected in the same manner as the president.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Voting regulations shall be the same as in the case of the latter officer. In case of a permanent vacancy, a new officer shall be elected in the same manner as the original officer. This was very formal.
Yes, that's what I'm wondering.
No See, he remembers that.
Listen, I think everyone should know that Norman Altman, Melvin Stein, and my husband Norman wrote that Constitution.
We were the Constitution. We were also the youngest members of the club.
They were the youngest members of the club at that time. How do you like that? No member is eligible for the secretaryship unless that member has attended 2 previous meetings of that meeting.
That was Gert Dubin from day one.
That was me from day one, is right. The secretary shall record and read the minutes, shall collect dues. I didn't collect the dues, the treasurer collected the dues. That's wrong.
Florence, are you changing? I mean, you were wrong. Larry, who was wrong?
It's without constitutional. It's all illegal.
Shall, if necessary, appoint an assistant, shall notify members in case of a meeting. Amendments to this Constitution can be made whenever 2/3 of the voting members deem it necessary to abolish, add to, or alter any statement, article, or section of this Constitution. In order for this amendment to become effective, it must be ratified by 3/4 of the voting members.
They were college educated, these actors.
I think they stole that Constitution from a sorority house.
They were the youngest members of the club, and they were the most educated, as Larry just said, and they wrote the Constitution.
Right. And did you hear what Cindy said? Those were the rules at home too.
He always got all the votes, didn't he, Cindy? Isn't it amazing? He always got all the
This
votes.
is an antique. This I'm keeping. You keep all the other stuff I turned over.
But photocopy it and let us have a copy. I never heard the Constitution.
Why do you want to keep it?
We have no idea. We don't even join.
In 10 years from now, we'll read this again.
All right.
And I thank you. This is the Constitution. On February 1st, 1937, we gave our first donation to the American Red Cross flood relief.
I'll be darned.
So where was the flood?
Yes, I did.
It was Noah.
We sent that to
Was that in honor of Sharon's
Tribute
birthday?
Chicago Tribune Charity.
37.
February 37th.
Mel, can I ask you,
I was born in 39.
as president, can the club do any official business here tonight?
Sure.
Would it be
Just heard from the
permissible?
giver of the
Would
party.
it be permissible?
Not a meeting, sure, I could.
Check the
Because I would like to
Constitution.
make a motion that we elect Gert Dubin honorary lifetime chairman of the club. Honorary lifetime chairman. Honorary chairman.
Just
Right. Second the motion.
Where's the president?
Call the question.
Without objection, so ordered.
All in favor, say aye.
Thank you very, very much. I accept. I'll be in Florida.
All meetings to be held at the honorary chairman's.
You're all very, very welcome.
Clubhouse.
Don't expect a meal like this, but I'll do the best I can.
That's right. She's got her queens in iron. She's ready to go.
I can tell you can expect a meal like this.
I'm better.
A few times I was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't you think? Well, Barbara and Babe came over a couple of times. And Del and Jerome came over when I was renting.
Now you're in
Now we expect more.
Now Larry's an owner and I'm an occupant.
That's right.
Larry, give your version of your childhood.
I've heard of the Martin Sweet.
Don't make it mommy dearest either.
No. Tell the version of my childhood, as my mother told you, why we're all gathered together tonight, is about 6 years ago. This is a true story. We had a snowstorm. I got a call, come over. And my mother runs out, and I'm supposed to shovel her car out, right? Now, I don't shovel my car out. because I just drive over to snow. And if you can't drive, then you shouldn't be going anyway, because the streets are going to be bad, right? So I come over there, and Sharon's there, and Andy's there, and we're going to start. And we have our snow blower, which I just gave away this year because it never ever started. So first I'm trying to get the snow blower, so I couldn't get it started. Then my mother comes, she's going to start shoveling. I'm looking at her. I'm wearing a heavy coat. I'm sweating. I don't feel good. My little heart is thumping. And she's out and she's shoveling. So now I'm shouting at her, get inside. Get inside. I can't stand this. And I said, that's it. I am never going to come here to shovel snow again. Next year in Florida. It's not Israel, but it's close. And that's it. So I shall never shovel again.
Larry, very good.
That's the truth.
Yeah, that's how we landed in Florida.
Now everybody dance.
I remember when Kurt moved to Rogers. Kurt moved to Rogers Park, and my dear wife, of blessed memory, Eva, was very close to Kurt. And not only that, my two sons, Harvey and Joe, and Jerry and Larry, we grew up together in the park. And lo and behold,
That's what happened to us, huh?
lo and behold,
Barefoot.
her son, Jerry, wanted to become an actor. And he became an actor. He loved to dance.
A bad actor.
And one day, I think it was at Lane Technical High School, they had an affair. And Jerry was a good hoofer. We got on there, we started applauding for him. He got mad. Look at all of us walk off the street. Now,
Couldn't stand success.
I want to thank Aunt Gertie
Lane Technical High
for all the things that, when I was down in Florida, how she treated us there. Because we were there at home, and it's beautiful, Larry. It's a beautiful place. And I do hope, because I didn't like what Dan said. He said, that's God's waiting room. And that I didn't like. Because those of you who know, I'm the Dean of the Jewish Funeral Directors in Chicago, but I'm the oldest member of this club. And I go back to the days when I used to go to see Grandpa and Grandma, my uncle, my Aunt Beck and Uncle Sal, my Aunt Fan and Uncle Jimmy. And I used to go to see Morris in Springfield and Aunt Martha. And I was glad I saw her about a year before Aunt Martha died. We had many conversations. Aunt Martha was a queen. She was the patriarch of our family. Until then, she was. Now I am. And God was good to me. And I like to do this in honor of my sister Gert. Those of you know that I can afford it now. We didn't for many years, not able to. But now I want to turn over to Gert a check to her favorite charity in honor of Gert and Dan of $100 today. And I wish you a lot of luck in your new abode and your new residence.
This is a surprise. Just stay well.
I'll make it out to
Women's American Art.
Oh, goodness, they're going to be so